Call of Juarez Gunslinger is a first-person shooter developed by Techland. The game focuses on Silas Greaves, a bounty hunter who tells the story of his entanglement with many legends of the Old West. The story begins with a dusty old saloon. The saloon is filled with a group of people listening to the tall tales of Silas. From the first mission, it's clear that Silas isn't a reliable source of information, but the gameplay unfolds based on his description of the events. Some of the story is told through comic book style cutscenes between levels. These cutscenes often contextualise the many onslaughts that take place in each level. Narration also accompanies the gameplay frequently to keep the player connected to the plot. The narrative's blistering pace can at times be a little bit jarring, as the game appears to be getting ahead of itself. This is a bit of a shame, as the premise of a bounty hunter being involved in the stories of so many legendary figures of the time is fun. Slowing down more often would have been beneficial. Each level often confronts the player with a relentlessly paced gunfight. The levels are frantic, chaotic, and require you to be alert at all times. The gunplay is tight, and although hitting enemies from a distance can be tough initially, experience points that you gain can be used for upgrades that increase your accuracy and reduce recoil. The gameplay, which at its core is reminiscent of a shooting gallery, is broken up by duels, a focus meter which allows you to slow down time, and boss battles. The set pieces are nothing to write home about, but they don't take away from the stylish flair on display. The difficulty can be quite punishing if you're not careful. In contrast, the checkpoints are forgiving, so you'll never have to retread too much ground. Call of Juarez has a clean, slightly cel-shaded look. A black scuffed frame borders the outside of the screen. This is a little bit distracting at first, but fine once you're used to it. Characters are often introduced as they would be in a comic book, with a dramatic and stylish approach. The appearance of Silas in many pulp comics of the time is often made reference to, so it's good that the game's visual presence parallels this. It also reinforces the narrative's questionable validity, as the retelling of Silas's exploits in literature often contradicts his own recollection. The presentation echoes a lot of the conventions and tropes that you would see in Western films, particularly of the spaghetti variety. Gravelly voices, lever-action rifles and tumbling weeds are all a dime a dozen, and the game does a great job of replicating these familiar genre elements while repackaging them with some postmodern flourishes. The music plays a huge part in the game, and as you would expect, is a rather on-the-nose rendition to the work of Ennio Morricone. Call of Juarez sometimes throws in elements of grungy, down-tuned guitar rock music and more traditional symphonic chase scene scores, but always comes back to its Morricone-esque core. Call of Juarez is a fun, arcade-style FPS that delivers on most of what it promises. The occasional minor glitch can pop up from time to time, such as bullets being shot from falling corpses, or ragdolls getting overexcited. The game's incredibly fast pacing can also be a bit exhaustive, but for fans of westerns and shooters, it's certainly worth a try.